Am I supposed to be drawing during this?
You can if you want to, or you can just watch Andrew draw while we talk to you.
I'll focus. I'll focus, and if it gets boring, I'm gonna be like,
let's see. I do believe we're out live right now. What's up, everybody? It's your boy One Gun here, and welcome to Wun-Talks. Today, I'm with Tyler from Draw and Talk, and also with Andrew from Xpcomics, and we have a very special guest as well. We have the notorious Ruby King.
I'm not that special. I didn't fly right on the short bus.
Also known as little black Santa Claus. But anyway, the guy that I want to talk to is Tyler. Tyler, let's start this off by just saying that say a little bit about what you do.
So I've been making comics for the last 8 to 10 years, and was primarily a writer. I hired a couple artists to work on some books for me, and now I draw my own main series. Plus, I still hire some other comics. I put out anywhere from 5 to 6 books a year. I have like 3 or 4 ongoing titles right now. A lot of them are actually ending next year, and just down to have a silly goose time. Apparently I say things that piss people off on both ends of the spectrum, and
we'll talk about that.
We'll talk about that.
We'll talk about that. It's about you. I'm introducing people.
Okay, yeah. At the end of the day, like I'm pretty well rounded. I swim in all kinds of circles, and if you're friendly to me, I'm friendly to you. And at the end of the day, like I just want to make some fun books, have a good time.
You just want to make comics.
I just want to have fun. I just want to have fun. And when it starts not being fun, that's when the day that it stops being fun for me, I'm dipping out of this place. But so far it's still fun.
Makes sense.
So it makes sense. So you talk about fun. So when you're creating something, what's fun? What do you consider fun when you're creating something to draw or just something, a book or something? What's fun to you?
Lately it's been coming up with it comes in different phases. Right now, I'm finishing up a bunch of series. So like I already have most of the books that I'm releasing next year finished. So now I'm trying to think about, okay, what's my 2026 slate looking like? And so right now the fun part is coming up with new ideas, finding those artists and going, okay, like, are you going to draw this? Am I going to draw this? I do like 60% of all the books that I work on. Okay. 60 to 70% of the books I work on. I have a very interesting working relationship with all the artists that I work with. We do things very non-conventionally. But yeah, that's the exciting part right now, is just coming up with the new ideas that we're gonna go in 2026, and hopefully, fingers crossed, they're
I see you got like a strong devotion of your passion, which is to do comics, and so I think you said you had some kids or something like that. You was put in the bed, or
like I for some reason it was a huge hubbub a couple weeks ago. I'm not someone who's trying to do comics full time.
I saw your video. That's what got me interested to contact you, because you was talking about like you're not interested in comics. You talk about your work and all that other stuff. And when I look at your work, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's what you want people to see. I went to art school. I had to sit in classes with people who could draw better than me and people who draw worse than me. But it's all about being contemporary. It's all in the eye of the beholder. So I said if I ever talk to you, I would just want to talk to you about that. And about like what are your plans going forward about your work, your books, and just life in general. Where does comics fit in the long run with what you're doing now?
Dude, right now it's a hobby that I can monetize.
Okay.
Like that's really it. Can I share my screen real quick?
Sure. Go ahead, share it.
This is why when anyone says like Tyler's art is bad, I do not get offended for a second. So when I came onto the scene 8 years ago, this was my first comic I put out with someone.
Yeah.
This is the cover. And then this book is a cover that came out last year in Diamond.
Oh, okay.
Do that yourself.
So like when someone goes, Tyler, your art shit, I'm like, okay, but I'm a lot better than when I was when I started.
Well, okay, so people like let me tell you about how people will never go to your strongest, but only to your weakness.
For sure,
because they don't know no better, you know.
Exactly.
But anybody would tell you that art as an artist, you do progression, and progression is something that comes over time, like fine wine.
Yes.
And if you're not like if you can tone those voices out and concentrate on your work will exceed all expectations, even yours. And a lot of people who say that type of stuff are people who are not artists. You know, they don't understand the progression that we artists go through in making art. You know,
So anytime, so like literally, anytime someone ever attempts to make a dig, I'm like, you can't get me. I'm bulletproof on this.
Right. Correct.
I'm absolute bulletproof because I can see the progression. So it's like, this is what I did in 8 years. What's the next 8 years gonna look like?
Right.
In terms of it's blowing me as to how I make it stop. You shouldn't have done that. I saw this. I did see this today. You shouldn't have done that dildo thing. I thought that was a little. I'll say this. We can get into Larry and I's relationship because I'm not gonna come in here and actually dog Larry on
no, our thing is not that. I mean, I'm not here to dog anybody out.
No. But like a lot of people don't. If they're new, Larry and I were like best friends for like 6 years. Like you stream with Ruby all the time. Larry and I streamed on each other's channels 2 or 3 times a week.
And you said was.
That's a whole story. That's a whole other story. That's like you know that's lore. That's
you're talking in past tense.
Yeah, I'm talking past tense. I mean, we streamed the other night and it was cordial. So, but in terms of like,
I saw that. I don't think it was cordial.
Trust me. Like, that was cordial. Like,
wow.
Like, trust me, that was cordial. And you know, this is I've known him for 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
Larry gave me my very first interview on YouTube when I hopped on the scene. Like when I hopped on the scene, I saw Larry, and Larry was like one of my first like forays into crowdfunding, and I was like, oh my gosh, this guy just did $2,000. Like, this guy's the shit. And so I was able to get my art into a Niobe book, like one of his early ones, and then you know we built a friendship off of that, and then you know some things happened 6 years later, and it is what it is. It is what it is. Right, in terms of real quick, the question you asked, like what's my relationship with like comics going forward?
Right.
Right now I'm in a situation where I have a really great opportunity right now in terms of a job. I do marketing. As my job. For 6 years I worked at a book publisher, and so that's how I'm able to speak about like the book industry, because I worked at a book publisher, raised their sales from $10,000 a month to over $5 million a year.
Oh, that's pretty. That's damn impressive.
Thank you. Thank you. So it's like I know what I'm talking. I try to act like I know what I'm talking about, and then I moved to a different job. I met this couple who are bajillionaires, and they asked me. They said, "Hey, we like what you've done with one of our companies. Do you want to run the marketing on all of our companies? And we'll give you percentages if you can hit these goals."
Well, there's the budget for your comic book company.
So you see, so for me, I'm like, because I know the amount of money it takes to do comics full time. It's a lot of money. Like I did
it's not about money. It's time and investment.
But like I did $100,000 last year in revenue. And in profit, I only took like maybe 30 to 40,000. So like, wow. And so it's not a lot.
I mean, it's not a lot. I'm like $100,000. It's like all you got is like a little less than a quarter of it.
Yeah. So which I was talking to a friend who does that, and he goes, dude, that's a great margin. I'm like, damn it, that's not good.
That's not what you want.
That's not what I want. So my thing is, if I can keep myself surviving for the next, like, let's say 2-3 years, making these comics, putting them out, still growing my audience, but then let's just say that like I'm able to complete this quote unquote mission with this bajillionaire couples, and I'm able to do what I did at the publisher for their various companies. And then I get a fatty percentage. Now I get a nice, a very stupid fat paycheck. Maybe I can go, okay, sweet. Maybe I can now hire an artist full time, so I don't have to draw as much. Or maybe I can hire someone to fulfill all these books so that I don't have boxes in my in my house and spending my nights and weekends. Maybe I can hire a full-time editor to help me make my YouTube videos. Like then I can grow. Then I can grow my comic book business even more.
That's a pretty good ambitious plan.
But
man.
but if it doesn't happen, I'm just making like I get home from work. I literally work 24 hours. Like I don't stop. If they call me at 6 a.m. and say, "Hey, we need you on a plane in 2 hours," I'm on a plane in 2 hours. So like. When I get home and there's like nothing for me to do at night, I go, sweet, my kids are in bed, my wife's in bed, I'm gonna draw, and this makes me happy. And then all of a sudden, people want to buy the stuff I draw. Perfect, fantastic. If I was making $0, I'd still be putting a book out every month.
Well, you've made like the dream hobby, man. I mean, that's what you're doing. What everybody wants to do, man. I mean, I congratulate you on that, man. And
thank you.
And shit, man. Hell. Hey.
But people still hate me.
Okay, all right. It's okay. So
haters gonna hate.
Haters gonna hate.
Okay, so why?
Dude, and Andrew, by the way, Andrew's seen it. Andrew and I've known each other for a long time. Yeah, he's seen it from a while.
Yeah, because me and Andrew did a draw stream together a few nights ago. And we were talking. Andrew had me up to fucking 3 o'clock in the morning. Thank you, Andrew.
All part of my devious plan.
Yeah, he had me up, and he was talking about you. It's like, hey, we should do a draw stream together, and we should do this, dude. I was like, yeah, I mean, I'm up for it, man. But right now, I'm letting your ass go because I'm sleepy.
Yeah, dude, the last time I interacted with Andrew, I was trying to get into Yu-Gi-Oh, and Andrew's like, hey, like, let me play, and I've never played anyone I know. I've only played either the bot or like randoms online who would kick my ass. Mm-hmm. So I was like, yeah, I'll bring Andrew in and he'll play. And he raped me so bad. I haven't played the game since.
I believe it.
No, I like Andrew, like I kid you not, after that game, I uninstalled Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. I haven't played it since. No. And that's why when you were like, hey, we should do that again, and I didn't respond because I uninstalled the game. I'm like, I'm not playing. You're like, we should do that again next time. Yeah, there's no next time. I deleted it.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, it's pretty much the same. It's pretty much the same way how the TCG is right now. So it's like I'm on and off with Master Duel. I spend if anything, Yu-Gi-Oh! I probably play Duel Links more than Master Duel because. I just like the more simple, Yu-Gi-Oh.
This is the shit that Andrew was telling to me while right before he played. So I'm like, oh, he's also on and off like me. Rapes me.
Rapes you.
Rapes me. Rapes me. Doesn't let me put a card down ever. He's like, well, actually, my card stops your card. Okay, let me try again. My card stops your card. I'm like, fuck this game. Like,
and the hero deck that I play, like their decks are way worse than that.
Yeah.
Anyways. Well, I was going to say, okay, so I want to talk about, at this point, before we get into anything else about why people don't like you, whatever, I'd like to talk about one of your comic books that I saw that I'm kind of interested in. It's the one with the girl with the big hands.
Oh, the girl with the Megafist.
Yeah, Megafist.
I really like that.
That one's his baby. Yeah, that series, that's his baby.
Woo! Look at all that reading. Look at all that reading, folks.
800 pages right here.
Yep. 200 pages per volume.
So tell us about her. Tell us about her and tell us how we can get a copy.
Yeah, so the girl with the Megafist is my only like ongoing series. Every other series I do is a limited series, and the girl with the Megafist is a story. So we just actually completed the first arc, which is fantastic because I know exactly like how to pitch the first arc. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how to pitch the next arc right now. Mm-hmm. So like the first arc, which is the first 4 volumes, is you have these 2 sets of gods. And they choose heroes to represent them on Earth. Except this time, they chose 2 boys. One of the gods chose 2 boys, and then this other gods, the gods of the Megafist, chose a girl. And essentially, they say you can only choose one of these boys to go down on Earth and be superheroes. And so the first arc is about these 3 friends who are training with each other. They're having to get stronger, become better, but at the same time there's this like lingering aspect of like who is Eliana, the girl with the Megafist, going to choose between the 2 brothers? Is she going to choose the one that she loves, or is she going to choose the one that's the strongest? And so that's basically what the story is of the first 4 volumes. And there's also in every volume there's like a big bad guy that like tries to stop them from their training and whatnot. Right. And it's really a story. It's ultimately a story about do I obey this quote unquote religion that I've been forced upon all these rules, this lifestyle, or is there something more? Is there something better? And Eliana's got to explore this as she's trying to make everyone happy. She's trying to do what she thinks is the right decision, because ultimately her goal as a hero is she needs to defend the people of Earth. She only gets 10 years to do that, and she has to do it with someone. She has to do it with a partner. Is she going to do it with Angeal, who is way stronger than his brother Dante, or is she going to do it with the brother Dante, which they're in love with each other?
So I get this strange feeling that there's going to be some type of love triangle developing.
There 100% is a love triangle. That's what the first 4 volumes are. And I have this belief, because this is every volume is 200 pages. It's very big. I have this belief that you're not going to read volumes 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever, unless you enjoyed volume 1. And so if you go on Wun-Talks.com, you can read volume 1 for free, completely digitally. All
right, bet. So that's the one book I'm like, I kind of like this. I kind of like the girl with the big hands, big fists, and stuff like that, because I just love like big huge gloves, I guess.
There we go.
What was your inspiration for the girl with the mega fists?
Dude, it's wild. So I came off canceling. I funded a book called Chefs, which was basically the Avengers with like everyone had food superpowers. It's called they were called Chefs, Culinary Heroes, Earth Force. And there was so much hype. There was so much hype for it in the indie scene. I put it out on Kickstarter, funded in 3 hours. And I got to like the 3rd day, we had done like $4,000. And I had this crisis where I was like, I actually hate this book. I hate this book. It
got funded?
It got funded in 3 hours. And then 3 days in, I was like, I actually hate this book. I hate this series. And if I complete this series, I'm going to have to then do volume 2 of volume 3. I'm going to be married to the series essentially. And I canceled it. Whole hubbub on the internet. Like, well, why Tyler canceled his book that funded, and all this other stuff that happened. I take a break from making comics for 3 months. I'm at work at the book publisher. I doodle a picture of this like blonde chick, and she has like this like really big like gauntlet on her hand. One of my coworkers is like, "Hey, what's that?" I go, "Oh, that's just a girl with a mega fist." And he's like, "Oh, that's sick," and he walks off. And I was like, "Oh, the girl with the mega fist." So like, I write that down. I actually have the original doodle. I actually have it.
You put it in the book.
Yeah, which is funny because now I don't know where the fuck it is. So like, there's the original doodle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And so I like take it home, and I'm like, okay, like, why does she have this mega fist? What is this mega fist? And I start working my way backwards. Like, okay, the mega fist comes from the mega gods. And okay, is there multiple gods? Okay, well, why are there gods? And
man, you got to like make a whole thing of lore.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, I know that's hard, dude. Because when you making lore, you miss something, the fans will let you know. They will let you know. But hey, man, I'm liking what I'm listening to. I'm going to try to see if I can get my hands on your book. We'll actually show your website and everything, and give people information later on in the show.
Sure.
But right now, let's move on to the next topic, which is basically why you believe people hate you in CG.
Well, it depends on which side of CG. I think you've heard there's like this term new CG, NUCG.
Okay.
So gay. But as someone who's been around since 2017, 2018 and seeing the evolution of Comicsgate, I really do believe that new CG is a really good term, because all the players are different now. Right. Like all the players are completely different than those like first 5 or 6 years that like Comicsgate was happening. Like you saw there wasn't like Comicsgate Kings. The really only 2 pros that were there were EVS and John Malin.
Malin, yeah.
You had a ton of more like indie people like Tim Lin, Mark Pellegrini, Doug Ernst. You had Nurkish, Nasser. You had like EBS had all these people on his channel, these indie people who were like, I want to make a comic, and he would get them funded. It was just a different energy, a different scene, and it's completely different now.
So
and
what do you think? Because I've always said this about Comics Gates, like something went wrong somewhere.
I know exactly. I can tell you the date. I know exactly the day it went wrong. There was literally 3 instances where like things went to kaputs.
Okay.
Number one is the fallout that happened with Tim Lim, Nurkish, Cecil, and EBS.
Okay.
Like there was like Tim Lim was supposed to draw a cash grab for Cecil.
Right.
Some shit happened behind the scenes. I'm friends with Tim Lim, so
I want to be friends with Tim.
Yeah,
Lim.
we all want to be friends with Tim Lim.
No, at this point, Tim's not making friends anymore. But dude, it's funny because like before we started the stream, I was like, dude, I got IBS. Give me a second. I met up with Tim in Texas, and I get into his car, and he goes, "Let's go out to dinner." I go, "Sweet. Hey, if I tell you to pull over, you got to pull over because I got to poop." And he's like, "All right, fair enough." No, so that falling out was really big because that really took a stain on like Tim Lim and Mark, because Tim Lim and Mark Pellegrini, they took shit after that from the CG crowd, like, and they kind of disappeared for 2 years after that, for a year or two after that, and then they came out with Common America and just blew everyone out of the face of the water.
The Common America was big, man. I remember when I still can't remember. I wasn't in CG at the time, didn't care too much about it. But I remember when that book came out and people were like, "Oh, have you seen this? This looks great," and all this stuff. I never read the book, but I heard it was very popular.
Dude,
it's on Webtoon now.
Oh, okay.
Well, there's a side. It's a side story. It's not the full thing.
Well, no, he's got 2 of them. He's got the side story, and I think he's got probably the first volume on
no, they're 2 side stories. They're not the main story.
So so Tyler, what was you went to the first thing, so what was the second thing?
So the second thing was this book called Handyman with Brad Ashworth, and it's a late book, unfortunately. And I don't think the creator's ever gonna put it out. And what sucks is I wrote it, so my name's
shocker.
Oh
yeah. I was just told to write it, but people are like, "Yo, where's Handyman?" Tyler, I'm like, "Fuck, I don't know. I wrote it. I did my part."
I'm not his keeper.
But what happened was, in like some of these like non like bigger CG streams, Brad tried to say something about his book, and then the mods started blocking him. The people on the stream started blocking him, and then there was that kind of this like, okay, who's allowed to speak and who's not? And this one of the creators like wasn't letting Brad speak, and because of this, like Doug TenNapel was like, whoa, like that's kind of jacked up, and like I say that. I would say Doug TenNapel is part of like the 3 that broke CG, but I'm putting Brad in the second place in that second part instead, because what happened to Brad then pushed the domino over to lead like Doug TenNapel to have his crash out with CG.
What happened to Brad?
well, just no, because so it was just this like discussion of like who gets promoted, who doesn't, who's in charge of CG. Like when you have some random person like, well, you can't promote because you're not CG enough, and it's like, well, everyone chat's like, whoa, like.
So people gatekeeping.
Exactly. And then the third thing I think was, and this is the 3 things that broke the OG CG. The third thing was Preston Poulter getting extremely pissed off at Ethan for not promoting, like having him on a stream. Therefore, it got so bad that Ethan said, "I'm done promoting indie people." And he closed the doors. And at the time, like if you got on Ethan's stream, you were almost guaranteed to make 5 to 10K on that night. I remember like Nasser, he's not on the scene anymore. He used to stream every night with EBS. And he messages me and says, dude, I got a link. I can't go tonight. And I'm like, holy shit. I tell my wife, I'm like, hey, I'm not hanging out with you tonight. I'm about to go on this stream. I've got a campaign going. It's going to be huge. And it was on Indiegogo at the time. I'm like, this is going to be huge.
Yeah.
So I get on. Nothing happened, unfortunately, because some geeks and gamers shit happened, and they were like, that's like when they were friends, and they started talking about Star Wars for like 5 hours a night. And like it was actually because of that stream, I will never rely on someone else to market my comic. And then I went hard on my channel. So it was
that's strange for you to go on when you went on Ethan's show, right?
Yeah. Oh, was it strange?
It's strange that you went on a show and your book didn't do nothing.
Well, I know I never got to promote my book. I didn't because he had like 10 people. It was supposed to be like Ethan and 4 like indie people. And then what happened was someone was about to promote their thing. Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers comes in and is like, there's this new Star Wars, and then they just start talking, and then 5 other people jump in, and then they all just started talking about Star Wars, and then for like 4 hours, and then they never got to the indie stuff. And like I was like, do I talk? Like I don't know shit about any of this. I'm just here to promote my book. So I wasted 4 hours of my night, and at that point I told myself like I will never ever rely on anyone else to promote my book to get the money that I need. However, what happened though is you had all these creators who were getting pissed off because they weren't able to get on Ethan's show. There was so much fighting. This person doesn't deserve to be on Ethan's show. Why did Ethan do this? I deserve.
That's going on now too.
But that's the thing. And so that at the time, that's what he closes it. That dismantles, and then at that point, that's like it dismantles the OG, like the original Comics Gate. You have Preston Poulter and EVS now going at it for the trademark. You have now more. Ethan's like, okay, I can't trust these indie people anymore. I'm going to bring on more pros.
These non-pros.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So he starts bringing in more pros. We start seeing like Shane. We get to see the Shane Davises and the Chuck Dixons.
Dale Keown.
Yeah, exactly. They all start popping in. And at that point, then it's just becomes this like, they're still fighting and whatnot. I kind of just like, I took a step away. I stopped really caring. Honestly, like CJ went really quiet when Ethan got banned from Twitter for like a year and a half. I was like, I'm banned? Yeah, from Twitter for like a year and a half. And I was like, man, is everything like, I don't have a good relationship with Ethan Van Sciver, but I'm like,
we know.
I'm sure you know. So I was like, man, it's like, it's so peaceful. It's so peaceful. I don't like it. But yeah, like in terms of like OG CG, like that's honestly, and those are the 3 things in my opinion that like ruined it.
That's really interesting because like anytime we can find somebody that can come in and give us some lore,
I was there.
Lore that's I mean, and then on top of that, you was there. So you think about it, I've come to know you because Ethan actually did a trash cast and he was talking about you, and I was like, and the parts he played were basically the parts where you were like talking about your artwork, and I was like, "What? Why is this dude so hard on himself?"
But now you kind of realize as well, like, because like new CG, like, and I do hate that term. It is gay, but like like new CG people will attack me, not realizing it's like, bitch, I was here before you were. Like I know. Like the people who are still my friends used to be hardcore Comicsgate people until they left.
Think about what me, Ruby, and Cynic were trying to do is like talk to these people that CG finds untalkable. So I've talked with the Wheelers.
Am I untalkable?
No, you're not. I mean, you like when the Wheelers came on my show, they were the most pleasant people that I've ever talked to. We had intellectual conversations about from spirituality to making comics, the website, the industry and all that stuff. We had a great conversation, same conversation I'm having with you right now, and if this was somebody who was like down deep in the trenches of CG, you wouldn't have this type of conversation because it all would have been about, why we hate you. Let's argue about it. And that's not what me, Cynic, and the rest of the guys aren't trying to do. We're trying to like build bridges and try to have peaceful conversation and also try to promote people's stuff in the process. That's what we're doing. And so far it seems to work because we attracted the attention of the notorious troll known as Nairobi. Nairobi came,
not Nairobi,
Nairobi,
Nairobi.
AIDS. I don't care, but he did. He he came onto our show, and what he did is basically come on there, promote his book. I mean, it was just kind of menacing, kind of stupid what he did because, he came on here on the show to promote his book and then trash us. He just trashed us,
Yeah, well,
immediately.
I will say, like, this is always like Larry's biggest problem is he's
Narcissism?
let him talk.
That I mean, I think you have to have some level of narcissism if you want to be able to do this. But it's this idea of like you have to do things my way, otherwise it's 100% wrong.
Right.
And so I actually listened to the parts where he crashed out on here, and I was like, what he was like, you like also it's you have to do it my way, but also this authoritarian where it's like you have to listen to me because I have more subs, because I've done this. And that was actually one of the things that kind of that like, because I'm not going to come here and like roast Larry because I've got a lot of respect for him, but that is one of the things that like kind of severed a six year relationship was this you have to do it my way because my way is the right way. And I was like, no, and like to this day I still like no.
That's like what he was trying to do to us, but since he didn't conform to his ideology, he's just started throwing us like throwing snaps at us for no reason, and
I will say though, Stimulated Cynic, I mean guys, you had three people, you had three of you guys and him like all just yelling at each other, and I was like, this is not conducive. I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah, we were yelling. I mean, I was like drawing in the background, but then he started talking about like Liam and saying like Liam talks all this shit and Liam don't show the receipts. And then when I actually said, okay, where's your receipts? Where are your book sales? Where's this? He was like,
well, like, and to Larry's credit though, with that, and like, here's me defending him, is like, you can actually see all of his stuff on Kickstarter. You can pull up every one of his numbers. Those are public. I mean, you can even pull up his eBay sales on eBay. It takes some homework. And then he showcased his the other night after your guys' stream, I'm guessing.
Yeah, he had to do a coach stream.
We looked at his eBay sales. He only sold like 35 items.
Exactly. But that's what I'm saying is like you can see it. Like
you can see it. Yeah, we can see it.
You can see it.
I was also telling because I used to know. I mean, I have a little knowledge about how comics work. I know for a fact if Antarctic Press has too many of your books and their books aren't selling, they won't order no more. So he got his books in Antarctic. They're there, but are they ordering any more from him? That's the big question.
Yes. Yes.
So
they still keep like he is the number 2 seller. Like
based on what?
All the books this year.
How many books has he sold this year?
Like his book has sold in like the 2 to 3,000s, like with each release. And like that makes him the second best. Like Antarctic Press is a small publisher. They're not doing big numbers. They're not doing big numbers. So he is the what's up indie comics outlier. So like in terms of like units sold, he is the second best at Antarctic.
Well, he's only selling like what 3,000 units. 3,000 units ain't really shit, But
that's combined over 4,000. Yeah, but that's the thing is like, but at Antarctic, that is a lot for them. Like it's a small publisher. Antarctic is a small publisher.
Yeah, I know that. I mean, I know Antarctic is a small publisher. Antarctic aren't even. It's like we got something like 20 comic book stores here where I live. And after 20, there's like 2 that sell Antarctic Press books. And the only books of Antarctic that they sell is fucking anything by Fred Perry and Ninja High School.
Oh, yeah. So Gold Digger. Yeah, Gold Digger and Ben Dunn's, but Ninja High School. Okay. Yeah, I mean, my comic book stores, I was in Antarctic Press for one of they put some of the Growth of Megafist on there. Like it sold like 400 sold 400 copies. I had a book with Band of Bards. They're a small time publisher, and Travis Gibb, the writer, did so much promotion and work with these comic book stores on his own that we were able to sell like 3,000 copies of our book through that. And like, it was a fuck ton of work for him to do that. I didn't help. It was so much work for him to do that. I was busy drawing the book. But you're right. Like, and that it's, you're right. Like 4,000, like in the grand scheme of like the mainstream isn't a lot, but for a small publisher, that like selling that much is actually a lot of money in terms of revenue, because that's the equivalent. That one book,
that's what enough to pay like rent and one gas bill. Afterwards.
Larry's not making. Well, hold on. Well, you have to differentiate it. It's like for the publisher, Larry's not making. Like Larry probably made like $1,000.
Oh wow.
Off of that
money. He's putting the wheelers under the table, ain't he? Yeah.
Larry probably made like a $1,200, $1,500 off of that, which is why when we have our discussions, he's like, you got to come to AP, you got to like help us market the books. Like, I'm very much like, if I'm
happy where I am.
Well, not just that, but like I'm very much like, I worked at a book publisher. We sold books. We sold books that would make millions of dollars, and that was like maybe 5 of the books we published a year. And then the rest made like $1,000 for us. And so I'd rather tell you 3, hey guys, go buy my book from my store so I get to keep like 80% of the profit margin, versus he sold, you sell in these shops 3,000 copies and I get 1,000. Whereas if I sold 3,000 copies of The Girl with the Mega Fist on my site,
you probably get like 3 times the revenue.
Dude, I can't do math. And this is why I hire someone to do math for me. I literally have a girl who like is in all my meetings. I just point to her.
Well, what's up, Mr. Mike Wheeler? Mick Wheeler in the house, y'all.
Yeah, so if I sold 3,000 copies at the price point I have my Girl with the Mega Fist volumes, which is like $15 plus you had like $5 for shipping, I'd make $60,000. Yeah. So like, what am I going to put my time and attention in? Trying to get people over to the comic book store or come to my website?
You're going to come to your website. You know? It makes sense.
Only because I have limited time. Like doing this full time. Yeah. Like do this, like throw it out here, but it's like focus wise.
There's nothing wrong with floppies. I mean, I do believe that there's a place for those, for collectors and stuff like that, for the secondary market. If I ever put out a comic book, I'll make sure that there are floppies made so they go straight to the secondary market for the collectors. But the way Niobe made it and framed it is that we didn't know shit about what we were saying, or we didn't know nothing, and we're trying to figure out what is it that we don't know nothing about. Because none of us on that panel are publishing books. So why are you here? Why are you here telling us this?
Yeah, and like that's where I can understand why like people get pissed off. Like, yeah, I'd be pissed off if this is my domain, this is my channel, and I have someone being like, "You're wrong, you're stupid, you don't know anything, shut up." I'm like, all right, well, this is my channel. Like,
yeah, and the thing about it is like we was all for him to come on, talk, and we thought we was gonna have like a good conversation with him, because that's what we do. That's what we try to do on the show. But he tried to, he just pushed it, man. He just really irked me because he was all over the place. And I'm like, who are you? And then when you check on him, like I said, Antarctic Press is a small publisher. They're not a very big publisher. And back in like the late 90s, right there, 2000s, before the bubble pop, they probably were selling books. Because I know Fred Perry was all over the fucking place back then. But right now, they're a small publisher, small company. COVID had their effect on that company, and I guarantee you it was a time where Ben Dunn was going to lose that fucking company, but they survived, So my whole thing about Niobe is that his mouth is too big for his abilities, and I'll tell that to his face. His mouth is truly too big for his abilities, because I don't think that he's making the grand, crazy mega money that he claims he's making going through Antarctic Press.
Well, I'm gonna have to. Well, you're having me defend Larry again.
Knock
it off.
Have to.
Knock this.
You don't have to, but you can do it.
I've got to. No, I don't. Larry is never gonna claim that he makes money, but what he will claim is that he's
selling books.
He's selling like in terms of units sold.
Right. Everybody sells books. If you're making a comic book and you're selling, everybody, he's the thing is,
he's the second. He's the second best. Don't get me wrong. I look at I'm with you. Like in terms of I sold 1 million copies of my book. Okay, how much money did you make? Because I don't give a rip. That's the thing, is like I don't give a rip on how many copies you sold if you're not able to support yourself financially.
If you can't pay the bills.
Exactly.
So basically he's making just enough money so he can barely print the next book. That's not a life. I mean, that's not doing good in comics.
It's not selling. I mean, that's why I haven't jumped shipped over to AP, because I'm like, I'm not being sold on like the dream.
Exactly.
I'm not being sold on the dream.
Stimulated said in the chat, he did claim he made more money than I do as a realtor. Stimulated sell houses. And I see his house. He got a pretty
and I'm a welder.
So,
I
don't know.
Yeah,
so I can't defend him on that. I worked in the real estate industry. We won't defend that. I can't defend that statement. Right. Damn it, Larry! Why are you saying such stupid things?
Yeah. So I mean,
but you know what though? With Kickstarter though, he does well on Kickstarter. Like only.
Oh, we know that. He puts those numbers first. He always puts those numbers first.
You have. You have to, because those are the best ones. I mean, when you have 67% of people who go on Kickstarter, fund their comic, and then it's only like out of that 67%, only like maybe 8% of those people will ever break 10K on their campaign. Mm-hmm. That fact that he's done that multiple times, a lot of people can't ever get
over 10K
to over 10K. So I mean, he's done it multiple times in Canadian. So
so he's actually 10,000. He's made $2. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, Tyler. So that was the thing. One of the things that was like in the back of my mind to talk to you about was Niobe and how he acts, how he treats people and stuff like that. And it seems like he has a couple of screws loose. I mean, in my opinion, you're going to defend him. I know you are.
No, I'll agree with that. I do think
he's got a serious issue, and
he's got an ego.
He's got an ego, and the thing about it is, I think Cynic or somebody said something on the show that got to his ego, and he just went girls going wild on this.
It was probably Cynic. It was probably Cynic. I think
he tends to do that. He tends to do that.
Yeah, like, and I think it's with everyone. I mean, I can go balls to the walls on certain things, but I think with Larry, it really is balls to the walls. Like if you rev up his engine, like he'll go at you, and he's got
like a dummy.
He's got the time, and so like my thing at this point is
it seems like he has a lot of time.
he does. He does have
a lot of time on his hands.
He does have a lot of time. So I don't know, like. I know how to deal with Larry. I've friends with him for 6 years. We fought for 3 years.
Yeah. Next time I have a problem, I'm going to call the Whisperer here, the Larry Whisperer.
The Jurassic Park just.
Yeah, this sounds like you just deal with a very narcissistic individual, and I kind of know how to deal with them too by not fucking dealing with them.
I deal with them. But
keep my arms length.
But that's all for him. I don't give two shits about him. He's probably doing his cope stream as we speak, but that's enough about him. Let's get on to something else. Do you have any art to showcase tonight?
You want me to showcase some art?
This is a draw stream. You got Andrew working. It is Andrew up there working his ass off, and he drew a whole.
I haven't been drawing. I've been talking.
You're supposed to draw and talk.
Dude, I can't.
And your channel is called Draw and Talk.
Look at your name. Look at your name. Draw and Talk. I mean,
it's not possible. Literally, it's like a joke, and the channel is like, it was like, yo, like I'd ask like on Twitter, like, yo, what kind of content should I make? They go, what if you like would draw and talk? And I'm like, shut up, because I can't do. I try to do both. There are times. Sometimes I can't. I can show. I'll show anything. What do you want me to show? I'll show.
Man, what you got to show? I'm not familiar. I'm not familiar with your art. Only the stuff with Ethan showed. So
all right. So I'll show you guys all the series that I work on.
All right.
So this is the one that's going to the print. I just got done fulfilling this digitally, and this one's going out to the printer. So this is Bold Assassin Living in a Fantasy World. This is a story by yours truly, and then Tommy and I do the art together.
Oh,
Okay.
that's not bad. Go ahead, flip this.
Like he draws the characters and you do all the backgrounds and the effects.
Yeah, so like, let's see. So I letter all the books. So for example, this is what I send him. And then I draw the pages first, and I script it. I send him this, and then he sends me this.
The Bakuman way.
Yeah, he sends me the line art, and then after that, I put in the great on. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, me and Andrew just did something like that, didn't we, Andrew?
Yeah. For Katie.
Show him my crappy drawing, Andrew, and then show him yours. How you improved it?
gonna have to pull this. Yeah.
Anyway, I'm gonna have to bounce real quick. Gonna go hop on Katie Day's channel.
All right, go ahead, man. I'm gonna be over there.
Speaking of her,
it was nice talking to you guys. Tyler, if you want, you're free to come to CG Church Sunday at 4:05 Central Standard Time.
Ruby King's
have a good time.
If I will hit you up. I will hit you up if I ever am in need of some church.
Awesome. All right, guys, take it easy. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.
All right, man.
Yep.
Let's see. You got it
blow
up?
me up. Yeah, blow me up.
All right, let me see. All right. Is that you? Which one do you? Oh, that's still you. Oh, hold on, Tyler. Let me.
You're good.
All right, and how do I blow you up? Let's see. Hold up. I'm trying to blow him up, Andrew. Hello.
There you go.
There you go. So collab between me and Andrew there.
There we go. I dig that. So who did what?
Show him the initial drawing that I did. My crappy drawing.
Let's see. Yeah, there it is.
There's my crappy drawing I did.
That's not bad.
So the point was that we turned Katie into a Dragon Ball character, and I thought of why not just make her like a Super Saiyan?
Okay, fair.
And also try to imitate Toriyama's style.
Right. Yeah. So he went more Toriyama. I just drew a chick in the Dragon Ball suit. He came back and put the Toriyama on it. It came out pretty good. I liked it. I was like, I like his version of mine.
Yeah, especially with the Super Saiyan hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
definitely that Dragon Ball Super.
You got the other one you did together for Katie.
I'm not. Let me see if it remembers. Oh yeah, there it is. Yep, there it is.
So that's another one that I laid out and Andrew drew over it and stuff like that. Yeah, to clean. So that's the one I drew, and the other one is Andrew coming over the inks and stuff.
Okay, I dig that.
Yeah, so me and Andrew have been working together pretty good. we've been teaming up. Andrew surprises me. He'll take my drawings and he'll just fucking put the black stuff over it, and I'm like, damn, man, I never thought of doing that. We work.
That's what together, that's what an inker does.
Yeah, he's pretty good, man. One day I'll be able to afford him.
Have you guys seen the movie Chasing Amy? With the "You're a Tracer" scene.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He's just a tracer. You're like, what a fucking tracer. Yeah, but Andrew, I always say Andrew is like a hidden gem in this whole indie scene.
Yeah.
And when you see his book and how hard he works on his book and how he gets his book out, I'm like, he's doing like 10 times better than a lot of these guys over in CG. And nobody talks about him. And one night I said, I'm going to talk about, and Andrew was on the show with me. So I'm going to talk about Andrew's book, because he's doing good work. He's doing fucking good shit, and nobody, it's like he's just being ignored by everybody.
So it's the loudest voices. The loudest voices win, unfortunately.
Right. Yeah. Loudest voices win. Nobody's promoting them. Nobody's really talking about his book. And his books are actually done, finished, and they're out. And a lot of people, books are barely even done. You talk about people who have books out for like years, and their shit's not published, but his stuff is done. His stuff is ready to go, ready to be bought.
Yeah.
I just don't get it. I just don't get it.
But does he have a campaign? No. Oh, what is that? All you care about?
Yeah. So what happened is that let me get this back. So what happened is that I had let's see.
You got this. I believe in you.
Yeah. So after dealing with Nairobi the other night, and he was talking about all this stuff I had press, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna make my own fucking comic now. I'm gonna draw my own fucking comic, and I'm gonna approach Ben Dunn, because Ben Dunn approached me. I approached Ben Dunn like 20 years ago at a comic book convention. Can't remember which one. And I'm doing this book called Fighter's Paradise, and that's the name of a comic book that I tried to start like 10 years ago, never got around to finish it, but I still do have some of the art from it. Here's some of the art from the book. Oops, that's not it. I'm like drawing over a page here. There it is. So I just started drawing this. I drew this on stream today. I worked on this most of the day.
Oh, nice.
Almost got the whole page done. But I said I'm going to finish it. I'm going to actually approach Ben Dunn, and I'm going to get it inked up and real nice, and I'm going to have it all lettered up and everything. Go to him and say, hey man, here's my book. I want to.
I mean, you gotta. Is it a one shot? Is it a series? What is it?
It's gonna be like a straight up one shot.
Okay, yeah, you could probably get him to put you in like Manga Z then, his anthology series.
Yeah, so like I said, I started today because your buddy rubbed me the wrong way. Here's something else. This is Katie. I made Katie into like a magical girl. And this is like one of the covers to the Magical Girl book right here.
There you go. I don't know much about Katie Did, but I know she exists.
Yeah, she exists. So we go to. She has an anime show that we do, and we thought for a gag, because she has so many people hating on her. I was like, we should for a gag, it's like, let's pretend we're making a comic book for her. Let's do some little artwork and stuff like that. So it started off as a joke, for her haters, and then. She decided, like, you know what, we should just go ahead, just like make a book, because I don't want to do that to my followers. I say, well, okay, it was a prank, but me and Andrew started getting into it. We started making art and coloring pages, so we turned it to a coloring book, and we plan on like releasing an image each week or something like that. And not each week, but each month we're going to release a picture for people to color. And I guess people color it, and then on an anime show, we will talk about the pictures that were colored, just to get some engagement. The images will be free as long as you are part of her membership, and that's how we're trying to get more people to come to the show and sign up for her on her channel. And she said starting January next month, she's going to start releasing pictures. So far, me and Andrew have done Me and Andrew together, we've done 2. This was the first one. I drew this one on my own. But I think Andrew's gonna probably take this one and put some pen to it,
There we go.
But yeah, I mean it's very, people like it, the idea of a coloring book, and the way we're gonna do it, and we're gonna make a collection of it at the end, like in a year, do a collection of all the artwork and just sell it as one thick book, Then Katie also said that she would like to have a comic book done, but she wants to see how this does first.
Word.
So that's how we're working. That's how Andrew is getting us in tons of trouble over here.
Well, that's good. It's cool that you guys are here. Let me share my screen again. I've got to show people that I actually do make comics. Yeah, I showed you guys that Bullet Assassin one. Mm-hmm. This is another one where I do called My Sexy Witch Academia. Just another,
Is she topless? Oh shit, where's her clothes?
Oh yeah. It's funny because I write the book, and then I'll my artist would be like, yo, there's no one topless in this story. I'm like, yeah, I didn't think there need to be. He goes, dude, it's called My Sexy Witch Academia. You gotta do something. I'm like, fuck, fine.
Right.
So I just got done fulfilling this one. Here's Super Plumber Sisters 2. This is
Yeah, yeah. Ethan was talking about it.
Yeah, exactly. And like the misconception was that like I draw all these books, and it's like I don't. I hire various artists. I mean, don't get me wrong, I still do the gray tones, the lettering, the sketches.
Like
but
I would not, like I would not worry about Ethan.
I don't.
When it comes to anime style,
he doesn't like it. He'll never like it.
I don't like anime.
Yeah, he really doesn't like anime.
Yeah.
You know?
Here's you can get this one for free on my site. I made it for free for my backers. It's a one shot comic about this.
How does she kill you and then marry you?
Yeah, you gotta find out. You gotta find out, man. And then here's Mega Fist Volume 4, and this is the series that I write and draw 100%.
Okay,
like complete.
It's your baby.
This is the baby. Actually, this is all fucking spoilers. What am I doing? But it's
a little bit darker than the other stuff.
Yeah, it's a lot more. Like all my other books are pretty like they're pretty chill, like they're very fun. And this is a very serious story. This is my baby. This is the one that I work really hard on. I'm getting told that like this, like pages like this are drawn by a 6-year-old. I'm like, really? Like, can you guys be like be a little more like it's so disingenuous to me.
Yeah.
To think that like pages like these are drawn by a 6-year-old. Now, are they the best? No, but like,
I mean,
are they better than the scribbles I was doing 10 years ago? Yes.
Like, like I would say, if you ever feel inadequate about your art, go look up the ranking of Kane's art.
Yeah, that would make you feel really good, really fast. And that guy's like that's like a top selling book over there. I don't think the manga's not going on no more. It's over with, right?
I'm not sure, but the anime is doing gangbusters.
Anime is wonderful.
Yeah. Yeah. I just love how it feels like it feels like a Miyazaki film, but it's not made by Ghibli.
But it's ugly. But it's uglier. I mean,
well, no, the anime looks really good. Like the anime.
Oh, I've seen the anime. The anime looks great. It moves. It's not about the way it looks, but the way it moves and it's paced, which got me into it.
Yeah, that's why I say, it feels like something, like it was made by Studio Ghibli.
Yeah, it's got some really good key artists, animators working on some real good stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, guys who worked on like Bleach, Naruto, Chainsaw Man, and Jujutsu Kaisen. Those they have people that worked on those animes actually working on that one too.
Yeah, the studio that does Chainsaw Man, like they're doing like a Dan to Dan.
Mappa.
Yeah, Mappa.
And Spy Family, like they just keep making hit after hit after hit.
I remember when I first started watching stuff made by Mappa, and I saw some of the stuff like the Kukuru, Circus. That shit was garbage when I first watched it, but it eventually got better, and I'm like, oh, this is dope. I started watching it because the animation started getting. They started hiring good animators to come in.
Now all those animators are like, we're doing another series because it's like, and Mappa's doing it. They're like, fuck.
Mappa is like the new fucking ID. They're killing it, dude.
Oh, like they're starting to become the new Toei.
Yeah, or Gynax 1 to 2. I mean, Gynax cranked out some good ass shit. The last good thing they did was Gurren Lagann, and it's Penny Stocking and Daughter Belt was like one of the last things I remember.
Like that is like the strangest anime for them to do because they were basically doing like a Japanese style, Powerpuff Girls anime.
Right. But it was fucking twisted.
Yeah,
it was fucking twisted. All right, man.
And I'm so glad that they're coming out with season 2 because of like the way season 1 ended, on such a cliffhanger.
Yeah. Oh, season 2 is coming out, right? Yeah. I just saw them advertising. All right, so we're like the last 30 minutes of the show. The show is only 90 minutes. Tyler?
We're not doing one of those 7-hour ones I saw you guys do the other night?
No. That's special. That's special for Ruby's channel only. My talk shows or my podcast, what you want to call them, they only run like when I bring guests on like you, only run like 90 minutes, hour 90 minutes. You know, I don't try to because I know you guys have lives. You know, so last few minutes.
I'm not today.
Is it possible to get you to draw something the last 30 minutes?
You want me to draw something? Yeah.
Anything. It could be Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck.
Fuck.
It could be Andrew sitting on the toilet.
Right, let me pull up the drawing tablet. Fuck. I do have to doodle. I have to sketch out a cover. Do you want me to go do? Should I do that?
Yeah, I mean, whatever you want to, man. Yeah. I mean,
all right, let me share. Should I share my screen?
Yeah.
Is that how I need to do it to prove that I was drawing?
Not to prove the drawing, but it's like we gotta, you know.
Can you get? Oh wait, can you get like like also our cameras showing?
Oh yeah. Add the you can do that with the layout.
Let me see layout. I think it's this one.
You can do it. I believe in you.
That cool?
No. Do the one where it has like the share screen and like the little cameras on the side.
I think it'll be
It's Boomerang.
There
you go.
That one. All right.
There you go.
Okay. Let's get artistic here.
There you go. All right. Well, I came prepared for this idea for this show.
All right.
But yeah, like I wanted to have because they fight like the snake.
Mm-hmm.
The snake in this one.
Like the basilisk.
Yeah, don't know. It's not like the basilisk, Andrew. Shut up.
From Harry Potter.
So I wanted
Cynic's got a question for you.
Will Tyler follow me back if I delete Larry's dildo picture that Mike made me post? Yeah, I'll consider it.
Itchy says Super Plumber Sisters is by far my favorite series from Tyler.
Oh shucks, thanks Nicholas. Dude, Nicholas and I go way back too.
Stray Bean says, One Gun, can I DM you something I'm working on? Sure, Stray Beans, go ahead and send it. Itchy says, dope at Stimulated Cynic. I don't know what's he selling. Stimulated Cynic says, I'll DM you, Itchy. Oh, what's going on here? Is a romance springing up?
What is going on here?
What's going on here? Tyler, strong suit is marketing. Okay, I gotta hire Tyler. Indie Comics Outliner says, ask Tyler about his views on marketing and self-promotions. Want to answer that, Tyler?
I mean, you just have to. I mean, what about it?
Hey, he said, "Well, I asked Cynic about his views on self-promotion and."
Yeah, I mean, if you've got to do it, it's the strongest brands right now are personal brands. So I mean, that's why you're seeing that's why you're seeing people like Eric July able to make lots of money because he's got a personal brand. Ethan Van Sciver has a personal brand. Meat Canyon has a personal brand. All these people who are doing well, who are making massive amounts of money in comics without a corporation, have personal brands. But also you look at like some of the people in the big two, they also have personal brands. You have Scott Snyder, James Tynion, they all have personal brands, so that if they were to leave Marvel or DC, they would be fine. Because they've built out their own personal brands on like places on social media. And so creators just need to go, okay, like how can I make my own personal brand and start putting in the effort to do so. And what they don't realize is like it's a freaking investment that they have to put in, like, and also doing it right. like doing it right takes time. It's a lot of learning. These hands are going to be so ugly.
Don't worry.
It's going to take a lot. It's going to take a lot of time to figure out what works and what doesn't. But you've got to be able to put it in. I'm going to have to fucking like get my wife to pose for this.
Itchy says, do you guys need a colorist?
Yeah, this is a great colorist.
I would love to.
Is she saying that? I mean, Itchy's saying it for you or saying it for us? Ooh.
You guys.
Oh, us. Oh, well, we can always bring somebody in.
I do.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he does. I can use one.
Yeah, because like I'm probably gonna work on a new cover for King of Justice Volume 0.5. So I'll definitely need a new colorist. Which I'm Ichi and I like we've chatted before.
Hold up, Tyler. You do know that we are new CG, right?
I'm not.
I know what you guys are. I did my research.
I'm not.
I'm looking down. Who asked Larry last that? Tyler, do you know these guys are new CG? Larry, you should like rewind it. I was defending you like this entire stream. Back me up.
And one thing about it, I'm not new CG. I'm not part of CG. All right.
Same here.
Me and Andrew not have nothing to do with CG. So now it'll be try to label us something else. Let's see. Later, Ruby. I think that's about it.
I mean, you and I had this conversation before I came on. I was like, listen, you're like, hey, do you want to come on? And I said, if as long as like everyone's cool with each other, like I told you what I was, you told me what you were, and we were like, as long as we're cool and act with respect, you're like, dude, we're just here to talk comics and our art. And I was like, all right, that's
what we did.
I'm here for that.
Hey, listen, man. There's no like what nobody understand is like I have no animosity against anybody. It's when you pulled the stunt you did the other day, it's when I have issues, And I don't know why you did it. Whole intention was to bring you on, and get you some exposure, but it seems like you had other plans, and that wasn't cool. I invited Tyler on here because he is a better version of you.
Oh, great! Now, what do you that great now?
I'll leave it at like that.
Way to put a target on his back.
I'm not putting. I mean, it ain't a target. I put it back. I'm just saying what's the obvious, because I've seen Tyler. I've seen him talk. I've seen how he reacts to people, and he sounded like somebody that I could probably bring on the show and have a decent conversation with. And have we had a decent conversation, Tyler?
Oh yeah. I've had a silly goose time.
We had a good time here, and now I have tricked him into doing slave work for me.
Yeah, he's like, so like you have to draw. And I'm like,
you got to draw, man. You on the show, you have to draw.
I mean, yeah, I literally prepared in my brain as I was pooping upstairs. I was like, okay, like, is he gonna make me draw? I do have to do this cover this week.
I'll check it out, Stray Beans. But now, you just need to come at us a different way, man. I think that if you're gonna interact with us, man, you got to do it a different way, man. We didn't come at you like that. It was no reason for you to come at us like that. If you want to talk to us about comics or whatever, man, we can do that. We can have a civil conversation, but we can't have what we had the other day. Period. I brought Tyler on here as a good example of how you can have conversations with someone and not talk at someone. I had a great time with Tyler, just like I had a great time with the Wheelers. So the whole thing about it is that you're gonna have to change your approach when dealing with people. You can't do that, man. Not with me, not with the people I know. And we're not CG. Thanks for the label, but we don't want it.
We don't need it.
We don't need it.
I make comics the old-fashioned way. You actually finish the work and then you publish it.
So what's like your one technique that you always rely on when you actually lay out a page?
Me?
Yeah.
Like in terms of like what?
like when you're like composition right now, like what are you going to do to like, how do you avoid tangents? How do you avoid like placement and things like that, perspective? And then what do you look at a page before you actually draw?
Well, when I'm doing something like maybe like this, for example, and I hire an artist, I'm like, this is what Tommy, oh my gosh, where is it? This is what Tommy was given.
Holy shit.
This is what Tommy's given.
Oh man, I would be like, I know he didn't.
Yeah, so I go, draw that, and then he comes out with
holy
this.
Shit.
So my thing with like a page like this is like can it look cool? And if I'm drawing I do different styles for when I'm drawing the girl with the mega fist, because I know, okay, this book's going to be 200 pages. I can maybe make this fight scene last 50 pages if I wanted to.
Fuck,
if I want to, like
that's like Shonen Jump type shit.
No, seriously, like in volume 2, there's a 90-page fight scene. From volumes 3 and 4, there's probably a total of like 120 pages of just one straight fight scene, and you've got to weave in the story in there. And so I can do things a little slower. When I'm doing my covers, here's a little, it's kind of jacked up that I have to like think about like this.
Mm-hmm.
But the most important thing for your campaign is you have to get people to click on it, and they're gonna do that through they're gonna do that via the thumbnail that you put on your Kickstarter. So I always go like this, like, can it fit in a
thumbnail? Right.
In the thumbnail, like, can I put all the stuff that I need in the thumbnail? When I grab let's see, Sexy Witch. Anyways, I don't want to grab another one. For this, like the composition, I'm like, okay, can I get this in a thumbnail where I have the girl, and maybe do I need to bring it down? Maybe this won't be a good image for the thumbnail, which is why my cover 3 is going to be the one for this cover will be used for the thumbnail, and I can easily go like that, maybe even bring it down a little so we can, showcase the cleavage a little better for that thumbnail.
That's a pretty good strategy for a Kickstarter. That's
you have to it's the same strategy that you have to do on YouTube. If you don't have a good title and thumbnail, they're not even going to watch the movie.
They're not going to like it. They're not going to watch it. They're going to get past.
So like you should spend more time making like I probably make like 10 versions of a thumbnail before I pick the 3 that I'm going to test on YouTube. When I upload a video.
Okay.
And then I'm constantly trying to reiterate it. So like for this one probably won't make it as the thumbnail, so I can kind of make some different decisions. Same with like this one. I colored this the other day on stream. There was actually the stream that Larry was on. Like this is what I did before he came on, and I don't think I could fit any aspect of this.
Well, the face, like
the face,
yeah, but like not enough though, because you get the face, but you don't get the witch hat. So now they're like, "What is this?"
She could be a cowboy.
Like in that square, you can still see like the tip at the hat, and I think the audience could put 2 and 2 together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, what's a really good thumbnail strategy right now is on Kickstarter is you show off like 3 of your covers in like that kind of a grid, or something like this. You either need to show 1 image and a logo, or you show 3 images. That's what I've been seeing a lot on
Kickstarter.
On Kickstarter right now. So like if I wanted to show 3 images, I would maybe show this one in the middle, and then maybe this one. I don't know. I have to see what other 2 I have. I need to go find some artists to do those. But like for this cover, for these covers, let's make sure I don't show any nudity. Well, no,
please don't. Please.
My bad.
Please don't.
Oops. So like this one, we were able to do like that thumbnail thing. there's nudity, and then both of the these two they didn't fit the thumbnail test, but I did do a version of the thumbnail where I had these two as covers.
Yeah.
The next one is nudity. Same thing with this one. It doesn't necessarily. You could and you get the cleavage at the bottom, but then it doesn't really showcase everything that I'd want.
Right.
Like this one. Even my main cover on this one wasn't the best. Like it does fit that thumbnail version, but the best one, honestly, the cover that I did that fit that was, look, where is it? Was this one? Like I was able to fit the thumbnail test on her right there, where you could see the mega fist, you got some cleavage in, you got the girl, you got the hair. And it looked cool, and you got some of the powers.
Yeah. And the only criticism I would have of this cover is that she's covering too much of the title. You know,
she's covering a lot of the title.
Yeah. So like, I would have. So like, like this is just my opinion. You know, like this is not me telling you what to do. But like if this was my cover,
hey Andrew, shut up! Shut the fuck up, Andrew.
I'm not.
I did 10,000 in 24 hours on this campaign. You shut your fucking mouth,
Andrew. You only got
it's a variant.
Andrew, you only got it for the 14 minutes, man. So you better get it out now. Forever hold your peace.
Yeah. So like, I would like just lower her down a bit. You know, just so you can see like.
But then you want to get the crotch shot. You didn't want to get the crotch shot.
So
no, exactly. You gotta you need all of it. So yeah, in terms of like when I'm thinking about like for everything like this cover, I just know it's not gonna make the thumbnail. So instead, like I try to do honestly my best. I try to the focus that I put the most time into with my comics is the interiors, like the sketches I do for the artist, and then the main cover. Like all the variants I could I never really give direction on the variant covers that I have other artists do. But for the cover A, I really try to be like, hey, I want it to look like this. Oh shit, that's a naked version.
Oh my.
So like, oh shit, where's the I think I sketched this one actually on my phone. That's why there's no naked again. I'm sorry. My bad.
Luckily it's not too visible.
Yeah, exactly. I think I just sketched it. I think I just sketched it on my phone. I was like, this is what I want. But yeah, I always try to make sure that like my thumbnails tell the exact story that I want for my interior artist, and then I do a good job. I try to really work hard on the cover A. The cover A that I got because I want it to be fun. Like here, you know what? I'll showcase something that no one has ever seen. No one. I'll do it just for you guys.
Right.
So Super Plumber Sisters 3 is currently being worked on, but the finale of Super Plumber Sisters is actually complete. I've already finished with the artist.
Oh.
So I'll show you the main cover, and we worked. Let me just save this real quick. My hard work. We worked hard on this cover.
Are they ever gonna face like a dragon mommy?
I can't say actually.
So they don't have a should they have a Bowser in their universe?
I'm not gonna say. But so this was like I had like 4 or 5 different iterations because I wanted the finale to give like that like fun like because a lot of this one takes place on go-karts. That's like how the finale ends. And so I did the do the test where I'm like, okay, like telling the artist, hey, you've got to be able to fit it within this like Kickstarter thumbnail.
Oh, okay. So yeah.
So we really worked on it. So then we were able to get it to like right here. And we're able to then convey that. So then I could maybe put like the logo right here for the Kickstarter thumbnail. So it's like all those just little things that it's all those little things that like I do when I craft a cover A that I want for the thumbnail.
Yeah.
That those are the kind of those are the kind of things that I think about. But yeah.
Yeah, it looks fucking ridiculously cool, man.
I appreciate it.
I mean, I'm loving it.
Stray Beans, Renowned Zero is a big fan of the series. I think I've seen him promote it. Yeah, Renowned Zero has promoted the book before, and he's back.
Oh, now we have to hate you.
Yeah, I mean,
nah,
you guys, I swim in all pools.
Yeah.
I swim in all pools. Like I always joke, like at the very beginning of CG, I like talking like 2018. I really wanted to let people know that like I was the Avatar. I could cross both worlds. And no one believed me. They're like, you have to take a side. And I'm like, watch me. So one night I streamed with John Malin on my channel.
What? You got Malin on your channel?
I mean, this was when it was easy. Back then. And then the next night I had Heather Antos on my channel.
Oh.
So like and people were like, you had John on your channel and you had Heather? I went, yeah, I can cross both worlds. And I had a great time. This is a great cover, by the way. Whoever did the colors.
It's AI color.
It's AI color.
That's okay. That's despicable. What? That's despicable. What program?
Wizard of World Play.
Yeah. What program did you use? This is awful.
No, that's bad. No, the only thing that Wizard World Play colored was the girl herself. I did the background and everything.
Okay, but what program did the AI?
I don't know what he used. I keep begging him and asking him, and he won't tell me.
He won't. He won't say.
He won't tell me
because he's ashamed, and he should feel shame.
Wizard of Wordplay.
Yeah.
He because like I took the picture and I drew it, and this was before Andrew inked it. All right, this is before Andrew inked it, and I put it out there and let everybody to show everybody like, okay, so this is my first picture of Katie, and Wizard took the picture, came back about about an hour later. He had this. I'm like, holy shit! I'm like, how? What? I didn't know you could color this good. And he used some type of AI heebity jibbity and came up with this. And I'm like, holy shit, you know. And then Andrew had to throw his 2 cents in, and Andrew took the fucking picture and he inked it. And man, he did a great job. I mean, he did a really good job.
That's AI.
That's AI.
Ichthus in the chat is just like fuck.
Like I said, I did the background. I actually did the background. Right, the background is not AI. I did the background, but this came out ridiculously looking good. Now you can tell it's AI because of this shit right here. You know, you definitely tell it's AI, but that's something that can be fixed in Photoshop or something. I took it as is and put it up there, and he actually redid it. He actually had recolored it, and it looks 30 times better than this one. This is just the first one we did, you know.
Here's the thing, that even though like I can tell like it hasn't like it's a little like they didn't color in between the lines, like this is still
amazing.
Like
I mean, when he did this, I was like, I gotta do a comic book now. Like I gotta do a comic book
because like I've been wanting to do some like strips, but I don't have time to color it. I don't have the money to color it. I don't have the balls to go to someone and go, can you color this for free?
Well, you can go to Wizard of World Play.
I can pay
and give him a nice little something, and he will do it for you. I guarantee you.
Well, I am. I don't know. I don't know how this sucks because I'm anti AI art.
Me too. So I saw this.
Yeah. Like, this is one of those things where I'm like, I'm anti AI art, but this is the well. What computers can't color? Is that what we're saying? That we're not gonna let the computers color?
Do you know I hate AI to the fucking 10th degree, dude? But when I saw this, I'm like, okay, so I can do the drawing. It'll keep my drawing intact. It won't fuck with my drawing, but it will color the shit out of it. I'm like, okay, I'm sold.
Oh my gosh. I mean, in the college, you want to learn how to use AI. It's not that I know, like I know how to use AI. I use AI every day. I probably spend close to $200-300 a month on AI subscriptions that I have. I know how to use AI. It's just I don't want to
know how
use
to do
it
this AI.
I don't know how to do that. I might have to add another $50 to my subscriptions.
I
know how to do all the art generation stuff, and
Right.
I've created like AI agents. I use it for my marketing business every single day.
But I mean,
But
think
fuck,
about,
dude, like
the cool thing about it didn't fuck with my artwork. It didn't fuck with my artwork.
that's what I'm shocked about is that it still kept the integrity of your line art. So now all you would have to do is clean it up.
Right. You know, like I said, when I gave him this, it was just the line work. It was just the raw line work. It was not clean. He took it and he did some voodoo on it. And when I saw this, I'm like, you inked it and you colored it? And then
Mike, if you know how to do it, send me a DM. However, I don't. But here's the thing: it's still like my books are in black and white, so like I don't really have a use for it. But my thing as well is there is just something about working with a creator and doing the coloring, or like I'll color it myself if I want to get that integrity. But like for a first go, dang it, this is not good. This is not good. This is not like literally, I'm anti AR. This AR is gonna suck. I hate AR. Yeah, but maybe we can let the computers color. We'll just let them color.
I'll do the Tyler. It's a slippery slope.
Yeah, I'll do the line art. Like it's still not like I told it. Like, fuck. Did you tell it to give her blonde hair?
I don't know what he did. The picture I gave him was black and white, and
he won't tell us.
He had to have some. I'm wondering if there's like, because I remember playing with an AR art where like you gave it the line art and then you would like shittily scribble the colors that you wanted on the certain spots, so you could do it in like 5 seconds, and then it would bust out something. God damn it, this is not good.
Like I would like to try, where like I do all the inking and do the flats and just tell the AI to like.
That's what I want to do too.
Hey, dude. Hey, do the shading and highlights.
Yeah, that's what I want to do too. I mean, but I don't know, man.
I'm not allowing this computer to
this heathenism.
I already have a lot of people calling me a grifter because I talk about marketing and business. I don't need to add AI coloring to my rap sheet with people.
No, you shouldn't, man. No, you shouldn't.
I'll just be like, no, that's actually my boy. That's my boy William, and he's a great colorist. And they go, oh, is William hiring? And like, no. Fuck off. Like William.
No, it's mine.
William's busy. I actually have him on full-time salary with an NDA and non-compete. So fuck off. With William.
He's mine and he's mine forever.
Yeah. That's cool. I mean, that's some crazy stuff. That's the crazy stuff with technology.
This right here is like the rest of the comic book. Remember the one I showed you earlier, Fighter's Paradise. So this is one of the pages from it.
We've been spending most our lives living in a fighter's paradise.
It's not totally finished yet, but it's on its way. Like the guy who's wrapped up in bandages.
Wow, you really took that freaking thing personally last night. You were like, okay, I'm gonna make a comic now. That's all it took.
Yeah. I'm gonna make one. I mean, like I've already got the second page done. I got the double page spread after this one. I got that started, and I got 4 other pages laid out. So I'll probably have 10 pages done soon. To add to the rest of the book. I already got like an art book already started up. I'm just gonna finish up this story and turn it in. Yeah, I'm working on it. I'm doing.
You get some backgrounds in there, man.
Oh yeah, the backgrounds are coming. I got the backgrounds.
He's gonna use those 3D assets.
No. Ooh, I'm gonna use fucking pencil and ruler.
That's gross. That's gross. I use 3D assets personally for some of my backgrounds. I don't hide it.
On the Dan manga, give you really look at it. Like they actually do use 3D assets.
Dude, every manga uses 3D assets and photo bashing. The best comic, like Ultimate Spider-Man, like the one that's in Marvel right now, uses 3D assets.
Yep.
Like it's not like I'll die on this hill. It's not a new thing. The 3D ass. I think like whenever like I don't care if people get mad at like story and like but when people are like and they use 3D assets, I'm like this has been happening. Like this has been happening for years.
Yeah, but Tyler, I'm Tyler. Like, look at this. Like, tell me there are 3D assets of this.
Is that a 3D asset? I don't know.
No.
Hold on.
Yeah, blow me up.
Yeah. Solo layout. There we go.
Yeah. I just use like the perspective tool because in this, because in this world, like the buildings look very futuristic and different, compared to the real world.
For sure. I mean, my lazy ass would go. You know what's actually funny is you actually want to find. Let's see, none of this stuff is 3D assets, which is like this took so long. The actually only 3D assets is right here.
That that I think you can get away with.
Like just these 3 buildings in the background are 3D assets. Everything else in this, I mean, I'll showcase the whole fucking book.
Well, yeah, because like you can get away with that because of the world that you're set in.
Andrew, it's 90 minutes, man.
he just cuts off the stream. It's like
I extend you by 10 more minutes, Andrew.
All right. But yeah, like you can get away with that, because of the world that that your story is set in.
Yes.
It's just a matter of hiding it well enough, and I think that's the reason why the Rippaverse, got so much flack for it was because they didn't hide it very well.
All right, I want to get your opinion on this. I'm going to show you something real quick, and I'm going to get your opinion on it. Window, here it goes. All right, tell me what you think of this.
Wait, what am I supposed to look at?
Rachel Maddow.
Is that Rachel? Too pretty. She's too pretty to be Rachel Maddow.
Let's check out. Let's look at this one. So that's another page from the book. What do you think?
Did you draw this all? Is this all from today's book or a different book?
This is a book that me and my friend did.
Okay, college. I thought this was like today. I'm like, wow, you were really pissed off last night. I just went on this drawing tear.
Here's another page from it right here. What do y'all think about
it? Did you trace it?
I did the inking. My friend, I did the layouts, and my friend did the roughing, and I came back and did all the inking on it.
Yeah. I mean, it looks it looks like they traced a photograph, which is which is fine because I also trace I also traced photographs. This was you can see the noise right. Here's the thing though. As long as my thing is as long as it looks good.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's Photo Bash, Photoshop, 3D asset. If it's good, I don't care. Want
to know when I made this?
Oh my gosh, is it Daz?
Yes, it's Daz. But do you know when this was made?
When?
This was made back in 2010.
Okay, but you did use Daz.
We used the whole book is fucking 3D.
Yeah.
The whole fucking book is what happened
with a line art filter, right?
We didn't use line. What we did is we rendered out the characters with a toon shader, and then we went back over and drew over the pictures and corrected all the shit because sometimes when you use those we use 3D models, sometimes you have some real weird deformity in the characters. So we had to go back and draw over the characters and then clothe them. And what I basically did is I went through the characters and fixed their anatomy. And he came over it and he did all the rough shading, he marked out all the shading, everything that I needed. Then I went back over it and inked it all. I made the city. I did all this shit. It's like Photoshop and a whole bunch of other stuff. But this was for a class assignment. It was like the future of media. That was the class assignment. And we did this whole thing within. It took us maybe about a week to do this. It was real fast, and and nobody could picture out. I mean, people could like point out some stuff, but nobody didn't know what was like 3D or what was drawn. Nobody could point it out. Like the eyeball that was drawn. This right here that was drawn. The effects were all in Photoshop. This right here, these guys standing right there, those guys were drawn. All right, this guy right here, that was a 3D model. The bed was a 3D model. And like I said, I went heavy on the effects, the graphics and stuff. I use like brushes, like Manda brushes and stuff like that. This right here, that was drawn. I added all the smoke effects and stuff, but I like skewed them up and stuff like that. This right here, this was drawn. What's these? Like I said, these guys were drawn. The bed and him, that's a 3D model right there. But nobody could really tell back then. Nobody didn't have the eye for it, But that was drawn. And
yeah, but like you could still like you could have like it's still possible to use as 3D right now. Mm-hmm. Make a whole comic out of it, put it onto like Clip Studio Paint or Photoshop, lower the opacity, and then just take your time drawing it out.
Yeah, that's what we used. It was Mega Studio EX back then.
So there you go.
And we used that, and I use that Illustrator for the vector. It's all in the vector. It's on the vector lines, vector tracing, and stuff like that. And like I said, this was an experiment before Eric July was even a thought. Here's a good example right here. This was one of the pages I didn't finish, but like I drew this one. I drew this one right here, and my friend, he came over, and after I traced where the character's supposed to be, he came over and laid out all the shadows and refined the characters' outfits and stuff like that. And the layouts were great. It was actually easy. The city was a filter. That we used, and I think we got one or two more pages. And right here, this is all hand drawn. This is all drawn.
Yeah,
all this was drawn by hand. I laid it out. I actually laid it out the old-fashioned way because I want the fight scene because it was like this. The fight scene was kind of intimate, and the models weren't doing it, so I had to actually draw out the poses and stuff. And then my friend came back over, and he put like his finishing pencils on it, and then I just told him do the blacks, heavy blacks, and light and stuff like that. I told him where the light was coming from, and he just went over and drew it, sketched out his little outfit. I came back over with the inks, and I vector inked everything, and that's how we got this.
Yeah,
that's how we got that. Like I said, this is all in graphic design class. Like I said, here's another one. He was a model. Right, but the only thing I drew of him, I did not draw his face in. My friend, he drew his face in. My friend, he drew this panel, and he drew his fist, and he drew his fist here. This hand was 3D. It was a 3D model, And what it was is it ain't like blatantly 3D, because we wanted to hide the fact that it was 3D models, and we had to figure out the best way to do it. So we had decided we were going to try to trace over the models and then go back through the models, fix the anatomy, and come back in, put the shadowing, do everything correct. Because you can't leave the computer to do everything. Computer will fuck you up,
Yeah.
And here's a picture I did of Katie a long time ago. Yeah, but
I mean, Greg Rucka, what he does with the Lazarus book, which is published with Image, is all of his backgrounds are 3D. He puts them in Photoshop. He blue lines them, prints them out, and then he inks over them. So he's like, "Oh, I drew that." But then when they go, "How'd you draw that?" I go, "Oh, it was 3D," and then I just inked it traditionally, so that he can still sell the pages. Once again, it's none of this stuff is new.
Yeah.
None
of this stuff is new. From photo bashing, Daz 3D, SketchUp.
Blow me up a bit.
I'm trying to get you blown up. I'm trying to build up slowly.
Yeah, I've seen people make these. Did you make this?
It was for a graphic design class, and I thought of hey, what if there were photo comics. Where it's like live action photos, and you can like turn it into a comic. And like I basically took the I'm at soup meme, just made an entire comic strip out of it. Hello, what's up? I need your help. Can you come here? I can't. I'm buying clothes. All right, well, hurry up and come over here. I can't find them. What do you mean you can't find them? I can't find them. There's only soup. What do you mean there's only soup? It means there's only soup. Well, then get out of the soup pile. All right, you don't have to shout at me. Bum, 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 bum. There's still soup. What do you mean there's still soup? It's just more soup. Go to the next aisle. There's still soup. Where are you right now? I'm at soup. What do you mean you're at soup? I mean I'm at soup. What store are you in? I'm at the soup store. Why are you buying clothes at the soup store? Fuck you.
Andrew, man. Andrew, your 10 minutes is over with, man.
Yep. I'm done.
You're done.
No, wait, hold on. Wait, well, let me show that like same thing, like different. So like this is an old comic I put out forever ago. I have no idea where it is. It was a crime comic. So this is I did all the inking, coloring, lettering, whatnot, but it was all all photos. Like it was all photos. So like I took all of these photos. It's my friend, and just put the opacity down. So then,
well, there you go.
exactly. Like, hold on. So, because like one, I was like, man, what if I was the main? Well, I was like, what if I was the main character of like, because like all these movies are like Tom Cruise is, and I'm like, man, what if it was Tyler Carpenter is this character, and he looks badass. So like same thing with this, like like that's me. Like I can't find the photos unfortunately, but like that's me posing with a fake airsoft gun. This is me and my brother. Like we dressed up like this. Like there's so many. Like how did I do this one?
See, everybody come to the show and you learn secrets.
You just learn like how we
F around and find out.
Yeah.
You could say Comic Pro secrets.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So like, here's this where I found these two photos on some stock photos, and then I did the rest. I took the rest of the photos and then turn it into.
But this is what everybody. I mean, a lot of people do in the industry, man. They do this. So this is how you save time.
Yes,
you cut corners, save time. But everybody you do it in a way to where you're not trying to make your audience stupid. You gotta let your audience know that I'm not doing this to make you look stupid or whatever. But this is me, and this is like some art that I did.
Do you think the audience needs to know?
The audience doesn't need to know, but then again, you don't have to. The problem is when the audience find out.
Yeah.
It's the problem.
It's like being a puppeteer. It's like like you do your best, like to not show yourself, working the puppets, because otherwise it ruins the magic.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like people don't need to know that like this is what I used to draw this cover. In my opinion,
it'd be interesting to know, but like but it's not necessary.
Is the thing that it was lied about? Is that what the problem? Is that why people were pissed off?
I think the whole thing is like, okay, like Rippaverse, like the truck. It's obvious that it was a 3D asset. It's the whole fact that it's obvious a 3D asset and you lie about it.
Yeah, like that's the thing. Is like when
that's
people,
the problem.
When I released this comic, everyone was like, "Bitch, why does the main character look exactly like you?" And I was like, what are you talking about? They're like, this is a self-insert. I went, it's not a self-insert. That's 100% me. I wanted to be the main character. You're gonna see me in all my comics at some point. I wanted to be.
I'm gonna be the Tom Cruise of comics.
Yeah.
Well, Andrew got himself in his own comic book, so
yeah.
Yeah, and so like I think so I guess like once again, I don't follow all the Rippaverse stuff, so I can see why maybe like if he just been like, yeah, we use this 3D asset, it'd probably be like, okay, like maybe like the conversation.
Like I said, like if you're gonna do something like the pages I showed you that we went through and painstakingly tried our hardest to take the CG out of the art, to make it look like art. When you don't try hard to push that stuff to where you're not making your audience feel like they're being lied to, well, then you've accomplished your goal. Because it's a skill to doing this. It's a skill to make it, to put on the illusion for your audience. It's a skill.
Yeah.
And
you're being a puppeteer.
You're being a puppeteer, basically. You want to take your sheep and guide them, to where you want them for the slaughter. Anyway.
No, Andrew, let's get him on for another 10 minutes. Let's just like ruin this whole thing. What are your thoughts on this?
Andrew will do it. I can't let Andrew do that. But anyway, man. Hey, Tyler, man. Hey, man, this was a great fucking show, dude. This is a fucking great show, man. I'd love to have you come back on again.
For sure.
And actually do a draw stream,
Yes.
We've got all the questions out the way, so next time we can just sit back and just throw pencils up and just put lead to paper, man.
Yeah. Next time, give me like a couple days in advance and I'll have something ready to draw.
Yeah.
Right now, actually it sucks because I haven't done any line art in I think 4 or 5 months.
Right.
And I'm like itching to, because right now I've just been gray toning books and fulfilling them.
Hey man, get your pencil on, man.
I'm ready for it.
Well, now that I'm drawing a comic book again, what I'll probably going to do is like on Tuesdays do a draw streams on Tuesdays, Tuesday mornings or whatever. But you can catch me then, like if you put me on the computer somewhere, and I'll just sit there and talk about shit and draw. Andrew is always drawing, so Andrew is always drawing something. So
when I'm not working,
when he's not working,
There we go.
But man, I'd love to do another show with you and Andrew, man. I would love to do another show, man. This was great, dude.
Yeah.
This
Awesome.
was fucking awesome, man. But this is like my actual first time actually talking to you, and I had a wonderful conversation with you, man. You
Are the rumors true? Do I suck? Am I a piece of shit?
Well, no. You kind of proved that you're sort of kind of not. So
Perfect. Well, I appreciate that. This is actually a good time to end the show because I've got to poop.
Oh my gosh! All right,
I gotta poo.
This is great. This is fantastic.
Perfect. All right, man. You take care of yourself, man. Get your poop on, and I will see you in the future, my friend.
Yeah, man.
Peace out.
That was nice.
Yeah, I mean, you bugged me to get him on the damn show, Andrew.
And was I right?
Yeah, it was okay. You was fucking totally right, but that's not the point. No.
Okay. Yeah. He was all right.
Yeah, but hey, guys in the chat, thank you guys for being such great, people for coming on the show.
Itchy, I will contact you because I am definitely looking for a colorist. When I get like the new cover made.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, be awesome. I got the Katie did picture sitting up here behind me. No, I think I removed the head wound shit because she said, "Hey, the head wound off. I
don't want any references to him."
Yeah, so we took care of that, But hey, you guys were really good chat. I didn't get to everybody's chat, but I got to enough of you guys, and thank you guys for showing up and being part of this experience with Tyler. Because Tyler has gotten a lot of flack. And when I contacted him, he was like, "I don't know if your guys are gonna like me." I was like, "Well, dude. I mean, I give everybody a fair shake. It's up to me if I like you or not what the general public says. Same thing with the Wheelers. It's like it's what they say versus what I want to know, and what I want to know always wins in the end. And like I said, you can have an intelligent conversation with just about anybody if your heart's into it. If your heart's into having a good conversation, you're gonna have one. But if your heart is into like fucking like causing
drama,
trouble, you're not gonna have a good time.
It's not gonna be a fun time for anyone.
Right, not gonna be a fun time for anyone. So on that note, you got anything to say, Andrew?
No. Not much. Like, finally got to rework that final panel because I did pencil it a long time ago, but then I accidentally pressed, like the erase all button, and I was already in too deep, to get it back. So, so I'm glad that I was able to, be able to redo all that. So this is the last page for the intro. So once that's done, I will definitely be then I'll have to work on like the new volume.
Sweet.
The new volume 0.5 cover.
Sweet. Hey,
yep. And then that will be ready for sale and be ready for for March for Indiana Comic-Con.
Sweet, man. Sweet. Man, that sounds good to me, man. Hey, Roland. I mean, Andrew, man, it was great for you to be on the show with me, man.
Yeah.
Ruby, you too, man. Ruby, you were great too. Stimulating Cynic, and you held it down in the chat, man. Thank you, man. You're a real true.
Didn't have to ban anybody.
Yeah, didn't have to ban nobody. I don't know. I think he settled shit right with Nairobi, Obu, whatever his name is. I think he pretty much settled everything. Straight beans. Let's see, where is it? Okay, well now that is neutral. Now hold on, what does it say? Okay, now that it's neutral, my work here is done. See you, dudes. I'm going to play some Stellar Blade. I don't know what happened in the chat. I don't know what happened in the chat, but if he's going to fuck on his own to do his own, more power to you, bro.
You know what? I should have mentioned this when Ruby was talking about on his Kane stream. Like he was talking about making a comic about wrestling gators, and I told him that like I know somebody, and Itch Thigh 5 in the chat is that guy that is that's making like a wrestling gators comic.
Oh, damn! You should have told him that.
Yeah,
you should have told him that. He was all down for it. But yeah, man, I had a good time, man. Let's get out of here and let's run up to Katie's stream and bug her shit. All right, man. I'll see you later, Andrew.
All right, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, man. Well, folks, and then there was one. Thank you guys for showing up. Andrew was great co-host tonight, and Tyler was pretty fucking awesome himself. Coming on here, and we just talked. And like I said, I'll talk to anybody. Just as long as it stays civil and we're not going back at each other. I did the same thing. Like I said, once again, I'm gonna bring it up. I did the same thing with the Willers. Did the same thing with Tyler. So this just to prove to y'all, you can come on my show. We can talk. We can have a good talk. We have a good time, and we can get some art done, and we can talk about your book. We can do a lot of stuff on the show. This show is going to be a good platform for artists who just want to be themselves, kick back, and just be themselves. All right, you do that, man. You do that, bro. So this is your boy One Gun, and I'm signing out. But I guarantee you, I will see you in the future. Peace out, folks. Have a great one. Thanks for coming.